joy I came. From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, Om
Ananda,
From joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
from joy I came, for joy I live, in blissful joy I melt again.
From joy I came, for
Namaste. Welcome to our Sunday evening Satsang. We'll chant some mantras to create a nice positive mood, vibration in your body, mind, and in our Sangha. And after that, I'll go through the basic steps to meditation. Then we'll continue meditation with chanting of mantras and bhajan. Om Gam Sit up straight. Make the spine, neck and head in one vertical straight line. Relax the body. Take a few deep, full yogic breath. Inhale, full abdomen, chest, shoulders. Exhale slowly, continuously. Relax your shoulders, chest, abdomen. Continue like this, few full yogic breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now let the breath flow normally in and out, and survey the body from your toes going up to the head. Mentally release the stiffness, tension, and relax the body. Now consciously withdraw the mind from all thoughts and distractions and focus the mind at the point between the eyebrows. This point is referred to as the Ajna Chakram, third eye, seat of consciousness. Train your mind to rest at that point. In time, you'll become aware of the pulse, throbbing, pulsating sensation. The moment you become aware of that, it will attract the mind to go deeper within, to experience deeper levels of shanti, of peace. To assist in this process, you can use a mantra. If you don't have a mantra, Om, simply repeat mentally, continuously, Om, Om. The continuous repetition of the mantra is referred to as japa. By keeping the mind focused on one idea, one truth, one mantra, it helps to reduce the agitation in the mind. And while that is happening, while the mind becomes one-pointed focused, it will eventually take you into a state that is called meditation. First, the repetition of the mantra, practicing concentration. That is the third step, the third limb of Raja Yoga. So, keeping the mind focused, attentive, concentrated. And as it tends towards one-pointed focus, you will eventually, naturally glide into that state that is called meditation. Meditation is a state that you reach. That is the seventh step of Raja Yoga. When that one-pointed focus continues for about half an hour, you glide into that fourth state that is called Turiya, Samadhi, Nirvana. Different names to mean the same experience, the same state. In that fourth state, you will experience that you are divine. You are the spirit, the soul, the Atman that is immortal. Very continue silently. Keep the mind focused, concentrated at the point between the eyebrows, mentally, continuously repeating the mantra, and that will eventually take you into the state of meditation. We'll continue our satsang with chanting of mantras. Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahi Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Raksha Mam. Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahi Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Raksha Mam. Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Pahi Mam. Subramanya, 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 Raksha Mam. Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Raksha Mam. Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Raksha Mam. Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hare Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Sham. Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om. Chid Guru Chid Gana Guru Chid Maya Guru Om. Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om. Chid Guru Chid Gana Guru Chid Maya Guru Om. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Namah Shivaya. Om 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 Namo Narayanaya. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Satchidanandaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Satchidanandaya. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. I'll continue with a bhajan. Bhajans are like hymns. Sometimes they are philosophical in nature, sometimes in praise of the divine. This one is more in praise of the divine. The bhakta, the devotee, is addressing his mind. O mind, reflect on the joy that comes from chanting the name of God, from glorifying the Lord. Okay? This is arranged in Raga Bhairavi. तपोवनादिगमयम् अथवा मृगं कञ्चनं वैदेही हरणं जटायुमरणम् Correction is not in Raga Bhairavi. रामतपोवनादिगमनम् अथवा मृगं कञ्चनं वैदेही हरणं जटायुमरणं सुग्रीवसंभाषणम् बाली निग्रहणं समुद्रतरणं लङ्कापुरी दाहनम् पश्चादरावना कुम्भकर्णमतनं गीतालये रामायणम् रामचरण शंकर जटा समाई जटा शंकरी नाम पर्यो है त्रिभुवन तार न आए मन रामचरण चरणन की चरण पादुका जिन चरणन की चरण पादुका भरत रहो लवलाई सोई चरण खेवत धोई लीन है, तब हरि नाम चलाई। मन राम चरण सिखाई, राम चरण सोई चरण संतन जन सेवत, सोई तन जन सेवत, सदा रहत सुखदाई। सोई चरण गौतम ऋषि नारी, परसी परम पद पाई। मन राम चरण सिखाई, राम चरण दंडक बन प्रभु पावन कीन्हो, दंडक बन प्रभु पावन कीन्हो। ऋषियन त्रास्य मिताई, सोई प्रभु त्रिलोक के स्वामी। कनकांगा संवदाई, मन राम चरण सिखाई, राम चरण सुग्रीवा बंधु भय व्याकुल, कपि सुग्रीवा बंधु भय व्याकुल। पिंजय चात्र फिराई, रिपु को अनुज विभीषण निश्चर। करसी परम पद पाई, राम चरण सिखाई, राम चरण शिवासनक दिग हर ब्रह्मादिक, शिवासनक दिग हर ब्रह्मादिक। शेष सहस मुख गाई, तुलसीदास मारुति स्तुति प्रभु। मुख कारत बदाई, राम चरण Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya
Om Shanti. How's everybody today? We are in the middle of our yoga teachers training course. How are you feeling? Healthier every day? Happier? Learning so much? So, you've been exposed to Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, lots of Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Naga Yoga. And your experience of all these different tools and systems and so that you're exposed to, primarily they're all to help you to refine and purify all the systems in the three bodies. You are divine from the very beginning of our teaching here, learning, teaching. You're told that you are divine. You're the spirit, the soul, the Atman that is immortal. But that who you are is functioning through these three bodies. Physical body, the astral body, the causal body. Right? To function in this world, to experience this world of Physical world of names and forms and world of emotions and so on, right? And the purpose of all of this, why you involved in all this integrated disciplines, is to help to refine and purify many systems in the physical body, the astral body, causal body, refine and purify so that your awareness of who you are can be uplifted to rise to that level where you reach the state of transcendence, transcending the limitations of body, senses, mind, intellect, and ego. When that happens, you are in awareness of who you are, that you are divine. It's not that you're developing the self. The self does not need to be developed. You are the self that is functioning through these three bodies, covered by all these layers of ignorance and so on, right? Ignorance, delusion, illusion, superstition, and so on. So by right practice, right knowledge, right guidance, you're able to be involved in this integrated practice that will help to accelerate this process of refinement and purification. This morning we talk about the three defects of the mind. All this knowledge, theoretical knowledge, you're trying to put it in practice so you experience the transformative effect of it, right? And so your understanding, your awareness, your experience is risen above what you've been conditioned to understand many, many lifetimes. So this is called enlightenment. You're being enlightened, not just waiting for once upon a time it's going to happen. Every time you're exposed to right knowledge, putting it in right practice, you experience the truth. You're enlightened. As to what the truth is, shattering your delusions, illusions, superstition. And your journey, your process should reflect this continuous understanding, knowledge, and you're testing it, putting it in practice, experiencing the effect of it. And so, this integrated practice of the 6 main systems of yoga, we call it Sampurna Yoga, complete, full. What you're experiencing here in these 2 weeks is just an introduction, give you a taste. But the knowledge that you're getting in these 2 weeks will help you to continue your journey through life in a way with more clarity, more understanding, which gives you, makes you your practice with more determination and so on, perseverance. Today I'll talk a little more about, we talked about Raja Yoga and Karma Yoga and so on, Nada Yoga. I'll talk a little about Hatha Yoga. This is what most people are involved in. Hatha Yoga is a step-by-step process. The science of Hatha Yoga is a step-by-step process that will take you from wherever you are to enlightenment. Not to be limited to the idea that Hatha Yoga is just physical practice. It's not. It's a sensible place to start with, practical place to start with, because everybody should be interested in proper health, right? So the practice of Hatha Yoga can help you to accelerate this process of good health and help you to maintain it. But this aspect of Hatha Yoga for proper health is not just exercise. My Guru introduced us to the 5 main principles for proper health. See, proper exercise, proper breathing, proper relaxation, proper diet, and positive thinking. The reason why we say proper exercise is because you're exercising all the time, but most times you're just exercising a few of the systems, like the muscular system and respiratory system, circulatory system, and so on, right? And sometimes the kind of exercise that you might be involved in creates a lot of tension and stress in your body. It's the effect of it, like you're jogging, you're running, you're riding bicycle, whatever. You go to the gym, you will not be involved in an integrated practice. So the yogic approach to exercise, it addresses all the systems in your body. There are 11 main systems in the physical body. In the astral body, there are 5 systems. The pranamaya kosha, the energy system, the emotional system, mental system, intellectual system, and so on, right? These are all in the astral body. And then the other body, the third body called the causal body, that is made up of the blissful system, Anandamaya kosha. So, the Sampurna approach to exercise addresses all these systems. This is why at the end of your session, you feel alive, awake, you feel energized, and so on. Because it's addressing all these systems. This takes, depending on where you're starting from, it takes time, it takes perseverance. Not because, oh, now I start to do asana practice, now I'm in perfect health. In the beginning, it might just bring your awareness to the tension and stress that you have in your body. You're aware of your restrictions and so on, right? I was 22 years old when I got introduced to yoga. At that time, I was trusting the technology, medical technology. Everything, go to the doctor, prescribing medication and so on. So by 22, I was, you could say, I'm medicated, incurable. I asked the doctor, do I have to take all these medication for the rest of my life? He said, yes. From the time I started to practice yoga, I find that I didn't need, I was able to free myself from this dependence on medication. I'm not saying it's bad, but I found myself being dependent on it. And I prove to myself and whoever now I'm teaching that you can free yourself from it. proper exercise, proper breathing, proper relaxation, proper diet. Breathing, you're breathing all the time. From the time you're born, you're breathing. The child naturally is breathing properly. You don't have to teach a child proper breathing. When you try to teach the child going to school and so on, you say, breathe deeply. From there on, they start to develop bad habits. Mistaking shallow breathing for deep breathing. Studying now, yoga, hatha yoga, proper breathing. First you learn the full yogic breath. Because you have lost or not aware of breathing abdominally, that's the first thing you learn. You try to reinstate the abdominal breath. That you'll be strengthening your abdominal muscles, the diaphragm, and expanding the rib cage and the intercostal muscles. So these are the muscles that are involved in breathing. So when you say proper breathing, you learn how to tone up all these breathing mechanisms. Okay? So deep breathing, full yogic breath is from abdominal breathing, then you go on to abdomen and chest breathing, then filling the whole lungs. Right? And by proper breathing meaning you are becoming aware of the breath. You are taught how to breathe and then exhaling slowly, continuously, and with awareness. So you're gaining control of the breath, right? And while doing that, you see you're experiencing this relationship between the breath and the mind. And by keeping your attention on breathing, inhale and exhale, you'll find that your mind becomes steady also, focus, easy to focus or to concentrate. Okay? Which is one of the main purpose of doing yoga. To gain control of the mind, to gain awareness of the relationship in breath and body and mind. Okay? So the proper exercise, proper breathing, proper relaxation. We are conditioned to feel, to relax, you need some kind of substance. Drinking some alcohol or something, snorting some white powder, or smoking some joints. Relax. You find out that you don't need it. You don't need that. You can by your own self do doing the yoga class, hatha yoga class. All of this is involved in it. At the end of your yoga postures and all of that, then you learn how to let go of the body. Through tension, breathing, relaxation, you can energize the body, and then you learn systematically how to let go of it. Systematically. And then we experience, enjoy relaxation. And you could go into deep state of relaxation. That simple practice, you can go deeper into it. They call it yoga nidra. It's a little more systematic. But when you go to take a yoga class, you may not have time for all of that. But you can, through this systematic letting go and practice of relaxing, you'll reach that point where the moment you lie, you can let go of the body and go into relaxing and experience deep relaxation. In a very short time, practicing that, you can recharge the body, become alive, awake, centered, focused. Proper diet is very important. That's like the fuel that you're putting in your body to function efficiently. So even an elementary, preliminary understanding of proper diet can make such a difference in your health, in your awareness, in your evolution. So we suggest sattvic, yogic, vegetarian diet. You learn about the three gunas. So sattvic diet is that which is conducive to your evolution. Food that is easily digestible, not so much byproducts, waste. So that's why we say sattvic. Rajasic food is very salty, spicy, pungent, hot, burning, acidic, and so on. This contribute to ill health. Tamasic food is dead food. Like stink cheese, etc. Positive thinking. That's very important to observe. Why is it so? Because health is not only a physical health, emotional health, mental health, and so on. You might be doing all these nice things, exercising, breathing exercises, proper diet, learn how to relax without becoming dependent on substances. I mean, you might feel relaxed, but you're developing a dependence, which can lead to addiction and things like that, more bondage. One of the most important thing that you're striving for is to be liberated, moksha, liberation, free from bad habits, and so on. Right? So, if you are inducing it, and then you're working counter to the objective of yoga. Freeing myself from medication unnecessarily, so it's freedom, moksha, it's liberating. So proper diet, positive thinking. This is something that you as teachers, you should really understand this. That health is not only of the physical body. Spending all your time only thinking about the exercise and what food to eat and so on. What are you feeding your mind? That's very important. And if you're polluting the mind with negative thoughts, you're not going to experience good health. So that attention and effort that you are placing on what to eat, how to eat, when to eat, and so on, you should even spend more attention, more awareness of what you're feeding your mind, what is going into your mind. And you have disease of the body, you have disease of the mind also. But we don't think about that as disease. The lower nature, the animalistic nature of lust and greed and jealousy and envy and hatred, covetousness and so on. That is what will be polluting your mind. That is what will be creating the biggest obstacle in your evolution. And it's very, yes, you have the opportunity to correct that by substituting the opposite. Be loving, be kind, not to entertain jealousy and envy and all these things, right? Be loving, be kind, be helpful, be generous, forgiving. Whereas proper diet and all of that, you have to spend a lot of money. What are the benefits in being loving and kind? You don't have to, you go to the store and, can I have $100 of love? I mean, you might think that you can buy it, but it may not free your mind from hatred and jealousy. You understand? In the Raja Yoga, we talk about the 5 yamas and 5 niyamas. Non-injury, non-lying, non-stealing, non-covetousness, and so on, right? And there are 5 yamas and 5 niyamas. Do you know that in Hatha Yoga there are 10 yamas and 10 niyamas? Because all sensible living requires some alteration in your way of living, in your way of thinking. 10 yamas, 10 niyamas. It's not different from the 5, but it's broken down a little more. That shows how important it is. You want good health, you have to also be aware of your mind, the disease in the mind. A person who is lustful, covetous, hateful, only want to spite somebody, and so on. That's not a healthy person. In fact, you become so toxic, not only to yourself, but your environment and people that you associate with and so on. So as yoga teachers, be aware of that and try to guide your students. To be generous, to be forgiving, to be loving, not to entertain hateful thoughts and so on. In fact, that is very destructive and counter to your effort to be healthy, a healthy person. You go to the doctor and try to find some name for what you have, and so I can prescribe. And even studying about the mind, psychiatry and psychologists and so on. When they can't find something, the name for it to give you medication, what do they do? Give you any kind of medication. I'm sorry. Yeah. Or they tried to find some name so you could prescribe something for you, right? The remedy that I'm giving you will last you throughout your life. As you become more and more loving, more and more kind, you become more established in that, and you start to experience freedom on a higher level. A person who is hateful, jealous, envious, covetous, they are sinking deeper into hell, man. Creating it for themselves. So, to help you also in this journey, you'll find that right association is very, very helpful to help you to break off certain bad habits. Associate with, you say, good people. Associate with people without all this disease of the mind. So, these are the 5 principles: proper exercise, proper breathing, proper relaxation, proper diet, positive thinking. As you go on in life, you'll find that proper diet is not expensive. Very simple diet that will save you a lot of discomfort and disease and sickness and so on. Positive thinking. You can save so much of money, man. It's not expensive. In fact, you get more wealth by observing the laws of love and compassion and so on. That is building up real wealth. If you are entertaining greed and selfishness, it leads to jealousy and envy and hatred, covetousness and so on. You may have lots of money and swindling people and this and that, but that's not success. You're amassing papa, sin. So that's very important to pay attention to. This yoga that you're learning to be yoga teachers and so on is a profession that will free you from the possibilities or the temptation of getting wealth by cheating and robbing people. You understand? No amount of wealth can compensate for that. That is why I feel blessed to be involved in this kind of activity. I wouldn't trade it for the President of the United States. So, As you continue this way, each person is the time and length of time and effort and so on. It differs depending on where you're starting from, what method you're employing, what kind of guidance you have and inspiration, right? This is a continuous process of refinement and purification. As you go on, then you become aware of, we say, purification of the nadis. Nadis mean the channels through which energy is flowing, not just prana, but everything, blood circulation and all of that, travel through channels. And this kind of way of living, you are not creating blockages in your arteries and so on. Right? The lungs are kept free from sickness, disease, through bad habit, smoking and all of that. You find that you don't need that, man. So as you continue with proper diet, exercise, breathing, relaxing diet, and positive thinking, you're experiencing purification on all levels. And the three main breathing exercises that you'll be involved in is deep breathing, full yogic breath, kapalabhati, alternate nostril breathing. And this you could go on for a long time, not just months, but years. Because as the nadis become more and more purified, you're able to do more of this. And then eventually, when the nadis are purified, the channels through which the energy flows, spontaneously you will go into what is called mudras and bandhas. At that point, you are introduced to advanced techniques of pranayama. Bhastrika, Ujjayi, Sitali, Sitkar, Brahmari, Mulcha, Plav, and so on, right? Advanced techniques, applying the bandhas. In fact, right in while you're involved in Anuloma Viloma, you can start practicing the bandhas. So at this point, you can even call it Kundalini Yoga because you're becoming more and more aware of this prana flowing. And with these advanced techniques, you are consciously now striving to consciously reawaken the Shakti, Kundalini. But this is something that is taking place from the moment you start to do yoga, man. Proper exercise, proper breathing, proper diet, positive thinking, you'll start to experience the healthy way, natural way. Not somebody because you're forcing like a Kundalini awakening, horripulations, and they try to tell you that's awakening of Kundalini Shakti. Not like that. Naturally, it will happen once your consciousness starts to raise. Okay? Imagine you have a problem, the blockages of the energy. And you're struggling forcefully to wake up Kundalini Shakti. And you have hatred in your mind, jealousy. Can you deal with it? Even ordinarily, you hate somebody, you're jealous, envious. Covetousness. And you say, by Kundalini is awakening, what will happen to you? All of that will magnify, man, say 100 times. What will happen to you? Even madhouse can't hold you. People don't consider that. Or teachers don't tell students that. So approach it sensibly, okay? Systematically. Okay, Om Shanti. Om. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto Thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Thou art Satchidananda. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptations and control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, anger, greed, hatred, and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be on our lips. Let us abide in Thee forever. Satguru Shivananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Yogi Hari Maharaj Ki Jai.